Jyotsna Hegde with NRI Pulse newspaper. We are here today with world-renowned artists who have gathered together for a grand musical production, Bho Shambo, which is actually a fundraiser for Aim for Seva. This team has been traveling all through United States cities and now they are midway through their tour. Let's talk to them and find out more about this program. Hello everyone, could you please introduce yourselves?
Hello, Namaste, I'm Satyajit Talwalkar, tabla player.
I'm Rakesh Chaurasia.
I'm Shashank Subramanyam.
I'm Narendra Nayak, harmonium player.
Namaste, I'm Patri Satish Kumar.
नमस्कार, मैं जयतीर्थ मेमडी, हिंदुस्तानी vocalist.
4 years ago, Aim for Seva approached me for a Jugalbandi tour, which could also include a vocalist. I mean, it was my suggestion that it included a vocalist because they wanted. We also wanted to present Swami Dayananda Saraswati ji's compositions at the end of the concert. So we designed this theme of Seva because percussions also lend themselves to the theme very well. So then they had already seen Rakesh ji and myself playing in a Jugalbandi setting, and they wanted to build from there onwards. And then we chose artist after artist, and then somehow it all pieced together. I mean, it's taken 4 years. I mean, the idea was, it began about 4 years ago, but then it came to fruition this year. So moreover, Indian classical music and musicians know the art of conversation using music. So most of the concert is improvised. So the fixed compositions are quite little. Just the direction of the concert is what we need to decide, and then each one gets to present what he wishes to present to the audience. So it was mostly built on improvisation. So therefore it was pretty easy, and we've also in various different combinations we have played together over the last 2-3 decades. So it was not difficult to come together and bring together an idea to fruition.
And the bottom line is that everybody is enjoying the tour and enjoying music with the brotherhoods, and as we know each other very well, we have worked together. But this combination is for the first time altogether.
Yeah, very first time, and it was only possible because of Aim for Seva. Yes.
Wonderful.
Well, Jugalbandi means two artists playing together. Generally, in classical music, one artist play at a time. But Jugalbandi, a lot of people think that Jugalbandi is make two people sit together on the stage and let them have a war. But it's what I think is understanding understanding comes first before the music comes. You should know the person very well in and out, so the music blends very well.
And Jugalbandi is also about portraying the essence of Indian classical music. The Indian classical music has two parts, the North and the South Indian classical music. And the percussion also has two styles. One is the tabla and then the mudra. These are the two main ones. There are also pakawaj and other instruments. But so it's coming together of two styles of music and two styles of percussion. I mean, it's you can also say we try to bring Carnatic music, Hindustani music. We find the commonalities. It's like a conversation we have. For the audience, it is listening to two styles. But for the artist, it's like a conversation that we build on the stage. It's not about portraying which is better or which is the best. That is not about it. It is about what we can portray best. And we pick the idea of each other. Supposing we leave it, he leaves it at some stage. I pick that idea and try to take it forward. And then he takes that forward. So we have it's like a healthy conversation.
A musical conversation.
Musical conversation.
Conversation, not really a competition.
No,
Not at all a competition.
Never.
So,
I have learned Hindustani music, and
So it's easier for him basically. It's difficult me to adopt the style.
The style.
It's totally different.
it's totally different.
no, it's not. Every artist is capable of adopting, provided he has learned that style and he has made an effort to learn it. It is definitely possible. Nothing is impossible. But every style of music poses its own challenges depending on the instrument you play and depending on the tradition.
So somebody is doing an excellent job, so why should I follow him? I should do my job.
Yeah.
But basically, it is to portray and present and execute as much as good music can do it to the audience. That what they enjoy, a Carnatic and a North Indian playing together the same instrument with a different style.
Every
As an extension to the question, also I like to follow some of the composition, Carnatic like Mridangam composition. We each other like to follow different composition
In
from.
fact, in every concert, we are exchanging. I learn some of his compositions, and he learns some of South
and then
Indian
blend it to their own respective styles. And also, you see, it's not about one person playing two styles. Every style requires its own sadhana, the practice, as we say, and you have to develop something that's so homogeneous from the word go to the end. You shouldn't be sounding Carnatic in one part, Hindustani in another part. It's not the idea. We are trying to get all the ingredients together and prepare a nice dish. So that's
Offer you a best cocktail.
no,
Let's mix it.
Two styles supplement each
We
other.
understand and we do the complicated thing. This is our understanding, but whatever goes out, the outputs should be easy, relaxing, because our music stands for divinity, relaxation, and
spirit. It should be a journey.
So when you all perform together, so have you all practiced everything all at one go, or is there something that happens on stage that's on the fly?
Everything happens on stage.
Everything happens.
Everything
That's
happens.
why it doesn't. We don't relate to what we have done yesterday.
I was going to ask, so is it going to be the same, or does it happen differently?
Well, towards the end, what, as he said when he mentioned, the composed bhajan will be same.
Right.
But again, we are accompanying him, so the essential will be totally different.
Yeah, but though everything happens on stage, there is a framework, there is a direction that Indian classical music has for itself. It's not that it is extreme random approach. No, there is a way we present ragas. There is a form to it. There is a direction in how we improvise. There is a pace development. So if we start slow, generally gradually increases in pace and it gets into a more of crescendo, and then we have a mathematical.
As I told you, the complication part we keep for ourselves.
So the framework remains the
same.
There is a framework within which we have a space.
You have.
It's like the
So you
canvas.
develop your technique yourself,
And
but
then
within
again,
the framework.
again, it's a challenge that generally when we perform is 2.5 hours concert. Now we have to do it 90 minutes with everybody. So how to cut it short and make it presentable?
It's also taking into account what the audience is, how much they can digest, and to what extent they can take complexities. So it depends on that. But overall, the audience for them it's like a journey that takes them from a meditative approach to rhythm, excitement, spirituality, everything in a nutshell, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. We get a lot of energy with the audience are very receptive. It
makes a
definitely
difference?
makes. It gets out 200% from us, definitely.
Certainly, but there is also a difference in the way people listen to music from country to country. In Europe, you will not hear a squeak for a good 1 hour and then you have a thunderous applause for 5-7 minutes. So, if you are expecting a response the way we see in India, where everybody say, "Oh, wow, oh, that was fantastic," and they're pretty
And
vocal
the
about it.
yeah.
And so,
Positive.
and some artists also like to kind of have that response and communicate with that person who did this. I will show you some more of what I can do. This is a performing art, but every country has its own way of enjoying the music.
Yeah, but we understand with the body language, with
Yes.
the expression, whether they're enjoying or not.
Yeah, that's
and then we have need to change the pieces also. I think
If they end
it's
up-
lazy or they're not understanding it, so we should change it. So
If they end up applauding at the right time, at the right moment, we know that yes, okay, they are with us in what we are trying to do. So it's a combination.
This is all
Wonderful.
wonderful.
One good thing is they have chosen very good venues, very good sound setup as their most fundamental requirement to project Indian classical music properly. So often when we play for the Indian circuit, this shortcoming is there in certain places because of various issues, local issues. But M for Seva, one brilliant thing they've done is the presentation has been fantastic. Good auditoriums, quiet environment to perform, very good sound setup, and
Nice hospital.
very nice hospitality.
We enjoy.
We thoroughly enjoy.
Is this the first time you all are performing for Aim for Seva?
This combination.
This combination.
Yes, this combination performance.
I am performing for the first time.
Yeah, even I'm performing.
First time.
You too?
Yeah.
Yes.
You too? Shashank?
मैं एम फॉर सेवा उन सभी लोगों को धन्यवाद कहना चाहूँगा कि एक अलग कॉन्सेप्ट में मुझे यहाँ गाने में मुझे मौका मिला है थैंक यू
Well, I hope you have a great tour and thank you for doing this for Aim for Seva. I'm sure you're transforming lives one child at a time. So thank you all. Thank you for talking to NRI Buds.
You should thank all the team and the local organizers who have put in a lot of effort in bringing people together and the donors who have generously donated for such a brilliant cause.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Children this year. So year on year we've been adding more new donors to our donor database and I see many more coming forward today. This is how it was conceived by our founder, which is Swami Dayanand Saraswati, to make Aim for Seva a dynamic organization and be the bridge between the donors and the recipients of your donations, the kids who are underprivileged.
We are running a charity for education for rural and tribal children in India. We can sponsor children for their entire years of education, 1 year of education or 6 months of education or sponsor 2 or 3 children. We are all privileged to get a wonderful education back home and we encourage the people who come today to not only be part of our cultural program today of the arts and culture but also to donate to educate a child in India. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoy the show today.